Good evening and welcome to Vibin with Ashley Live. I'm your host, Ashley Live. Guess what, guys? Tonight is episode 90. That's right, 90. I'm surprised, I'm excited, I'm happy. I'm so happy that I was able to bring you 89 incredible episodes of this show. Tonight's episode is 90. I have an incredible guest for you this evening. His name is Saeed. You probably know him from a show called The Voice. He's a singer, songwriter from Brooklyn, now currently residing in Los Angeles. And his recent single, Holy Water, was released in April. Guys, Saeed is a powerhouse singer. He is absolutely incredible, and he is influenced by Stevie Wonder, Whitney Houston, Lalah Hathaway, Aretha Franklin, all the legends. And when you hear them sing, if you haven't already, it is life-changing and it just takes your breath away. So I'm so excited that Saeed is about to share this incredible milestone with me, episode 90. So to start off every show, I am going to share a song lyric with you guys. He is not in the room yet, so I'm just going to start with this song lyric, and then once he comes in, we'll bring him up to speed. The song is called Stand Up, and it's from the groundbreaking song by Cynthia Erivo. That's when I'm gonna stand up. Take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling? Calling me to answer. Gotta keep on, keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. And that is from the legendary song by Cynthia Erivo, Stand Up. That's a song that Saeed covered. And when Saeed gets in the room, I'm going to ask him his take on that song. We're going to get this interview started, and he is going to sing for us. Guys, thank you for joining us this evening. Like I said, this is episode 90. This is honestly a huge milestone for me because I launched this show last August in the middle of a crazy pandemic. Now we're kind of on the other side of this pandemic, right? And we're getting to see musicians in person. People are taking their masks off. It's a beautiful thing. Summer is here. 4th of July weekend is coming up. So there is a lot to celebrate. And I will be at episode 100 before I know it, which is crazy to me because if you are new to me and this show, I've had 89 incredible musicians on this show. If you haven't seen those episodes, you can watch them on my Instagram. You can go to my YouTube channel, just put in Vibin with Ashley Live. You'll see all my episodes. Or you can go right to my website, which is ashleyllivemusic.com. So guys, if you don't already, watch those episodes. I'm telling you, you will find musicians that you absolutely fall in love with. So we're going to hang tight, wait for Saeed to hop in the room. But guys, if you have any questions for me or Saeed, feel free to put them in the chat because I'm just stalling until he hops in the room. And if you have questions for me, feel free to ask because I'm usually the one doing the questions. So Saeed, he is in the house. Saeed, whenever you're ready, let's do it. Join my live and let's get this party started. Okay, there he is.
I'm here.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How's your night going?
Long. But I'm not complaining.
Well, Saeed, I was introducing you to the room and I was telling people a little bit more about you. Also, I start each show with a song lyric, and tonight's song lyric that I said before you hopped in the room was from Cynthia Erivo's Stand Up, a song that you covered. So,
I love that song.
Beautiful song.
Let me see if I remember it. I've been walking on my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders with a bullet in my gun. I got eyes in the back of my head. That's all I remember.
It's okay. So
I covered. See, when I covered it, I heard it one time,
Yeah.
And that's usually how I do covers. If I hear it and I like it, I'll just jump on it and do it, and then I'll walk away from it. So sorry guys, that's all I remember.
No, it's okay. We appreciate it. What does that song mean to you, Saeed?
It's a serious song because I went to the premiere for that song.
Oh, cool.
Video for the movie Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
And at the end of the premiere, she came out and she sung it.
Really? That's amazing.
Choir and everything, like it was really big. So yeah. For me personally, it hits home for a lot of, especially during this time, George Floyd and all these situations, Breonna Taylor, these murders that's happening. It's just, how can I say it? It's just, it just shows, it makes it even clearer, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you're seeing things happening right before your eyes and then you're hearing the lyrics, that's why lyrics are very powerful. Yeah. Because you're hearing the lyrics and you can literally see it outside your door. So that's, for me, it was just strange, weird, but needed. How was it seeing
Cynthia sing that song in person?
It was everything. She tore that thing up. She tore it up.
She is such a vocalist.
Yeah, she's dope. I like her.
So let's start with childhood. I know you're one of 21 children.
Yeah, my pops was a hoe.
Wow.
I mean, he was having fun,
Yeah. So you sang in the family choir and you started writing music at 9 years old. What age did you fall in love with music and how did that shape your childhood?
I think I fell in love with music. Well, I knew I started paying attention to it like around 3.
Wow.
Because my mother can sing.
Okay.
So I would hear her singing. I'd be like, So she would catch me singing.
Yeah.
And then like around 6, I think I sung my first solo. And that's why I was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. And it made sense because if you were around your entire life, it just made sense to go in that direction.
Yeah. All my aunts can sing. Every last one of them. So music was just strong. And then my aunt started her church. Yeah. And we didn't have no organist. So they started harmonizing and singing and doing stuff like that. And I just jumped on it.
That's so cool as a young kid to witness that and be like, everybody around me is singing. I just want to join in on the fun.
That part. It was really cool. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. How would you describe the music that you create?
I think everything that I create is real personal. Because in some shape or form, some way, shape or form, it's me. Now, of course, there are some, other situations I've seen, or a family member been through something, or a friend was telling me a story, and then I put 2 and 2 together and just start writing a song or whatever. But when it's my songs, it's a little different because I'm like, okay, I'm talking about relationships and things that I've been through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of them are nice and lovely, and then some of them are not pretty at all. There are some songs on my album where I'm disgusted. And you can hear it because I'm cursing. And when I'm cursing, it usually means I'm mad. Yeah. So, yeah. So there's different levels. That's why it's called 2 sides. Because there's 2 sides to me. There's 2 sides to a relationship. And I think when people saw me on TV, they saw one side. Yeah. So come on over so I can introduce you to the other guy.
Yeah. Really important that you talk about that, right? Because you were on TV and people saw that one side of you. Yeah. But I think when we listen to music, you want to hear all aspects of the person.
That part.
It's so important because it's like if you just sing about love for 15 songs, it's kind of like, okay, how many times can you really sing about it?
Exactly. Like I am the teddy bear, but I'm also big sexy. You know what I'm saying? So there's 2 sides to me.
Exactly.
And sometimes big sexy can be big gangster in 5.3 seconds if you mess with me. And I think people didn't understand that. So they saw the nice guy on, on TV, and then, they would try things. Just try. People would be like, oh, he'll do it because he's just so nice. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a pushover. I'm nice.
Yeah.
But I'm not a pushover.
No, I think that's important. You need to put boundaries with people because some people are like, they think they know you and then push over you and you're like, no, no, no. You might think I look this way, but like, I'll smack you upside the head.
In 5.3 seconds.
Exactly.
And still love you after it.
Yes.
That's good at
it. Saeed, talk to me about your creative process.
I mean, usually as far as writing, if I hear a track and it's nice, I just start humming stuff.
Yeah.
Then after the hum comes some words. It won't be in English, but there will be 1 or 2 words that come out in English.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, okay, there we go. Maybe I can work with that. So I'll write that down. And then next thing you know, if it's me and my writing partner, he'll say something that'll trigger me.
Right.
Then I'll just start writing. And then voila, song done. It's really quick too.
So you write your lyrics down then?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you say you sing, but it's not in English, is it scat? Like, what is it?
I'm
Okay.
It's always something like that. It ain't nothing really coming out. No words at all. It eventually turns into a word or two.
That's cool. I like that. So Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston are just a few of these amazing singers that inspire you. Yes. What do you love most about these legendary vocalists?
What I loved about them is that, well, what inspires me is that during that time of all these greats, they all can exist and still, you know what I mean, at the same time. There wasn't just one. Exactly. Everybody was great and doing what they did greatly. So I love the fact that Aretha Franklin can sing opera, country, pop, whatever you do in front of her, she can sing.
Definitely.
Same with Donny Hathaway. Donny just sung he just had something different. Like, you can't say, oh yeah, not everybody can sing Donny Hathaway.
Right, I completely agree.
I mean, I'm gonna try and attempt to do it today, but you know what I'm saying? But he's like somebody I sat down and I pretty much mimicked. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to sound like him. I want to sound like me singing that song. So I would get that and then I would make it my own. You know, same with Whitney. Whitney, I mean, when I was younger, I could hit them high notes. So it was cool. Then puberty came and it was like, you can't do that no more, brother. You know what I'm saying? So now I had to learn how to do it all over again.
Right.
Figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So I would listen to her because she didn't approach a song like everybody else. And I don't want to get churchy or anything, but she had something on her, like an anointing on her, like on her gift. Like her gift was just crazy. But same with Donny, same with Aretha, same with Stevie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Stevie, not only could he sing his behind off, but his pen was crazy.
Yeah.
He can write about anything. And so that's why I love the fact that they weren't one-dimensional. Yeah.
And it's crazy because after all these past and some of those people who are no longer with us, they're still talked about. They're still legendary, iconic people.
You will hear about them until forever because of the work that they've done. They did great work. It wasn't just here today, gone tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They've
been here for a long time, basically.
Yeah, timeless individuals who really just stayed true to themselves.
Exactly.
And then you think of all these musicians after them, right, that are trying for that longevity.
Exactly.
But
I mean, a lot of people are hitting the mark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some who don't, you know, but that ain't my place. So I let people be great, however they need to be great.
Who would you like to most collaborate with?
If you're asking me today, I can't put everybody, but there are people who I really need to be in the studio with. I mean, I've been in the studio with some of them, like Lalah Hathaway. We've been trying to get in the studio and make it happen. So hopefully that happens. Faith Evans, Joe Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed with Joe.
Yeah.
India.Arie, I would love to do a song with her.
Yes.
Lettucey. Who else? I mean, just like Brandy. I would love to do a song with Brandy.
Oh.
There's a lot of people that I love. Jasmine Sullivan, like any day, just call me. I'm in there.
Yeah. Yeah. If
Kmart Braxton.
Yes.
Somewhere too.
Yes. If any of those people are looking to collab, please reach out to Saeed because he's ready for you.
Listen, I'm gonna hit them up. I don't wait for things to happen. I kind of like speak it into existence.
You have to
reach out. I mean, all you can do is tell me no.
Exactly.
I'll be okay with it. I can handle no's.
I know. I think it's so interesting how musicians, right? You hear no all the time, but you just need to have a thick skin to deal with.
Listen, you can't take nothing too personal. Can't be too emotional.
Exactly.
It is a business.
Yeah.
Man.
Totally.
So it's just what it is. Oh, PJ Morton. I need a song with PJ.
Yes, that would be amazing.
I love him.
Yeah. In 2018, you were featured on season 1 of Fox's The Four. What made you pick Run to You by Whitney Houston for your song?
I literally would sing that song all the time.
Yeah.
Like if somebody asked me to sing a Whitney Houston song, that would always be my go-to.
Yeah.
Not only because the key was comfortable,
right?
You know what I mean, and I can like if I need to take it down, it still felt like the same. But lyrically, during that time, it was where I was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know that when you look at me like this, I think people have a preconceived notion, especially when they see the big guy. You know what I mean? So for me, that was my thing. I was like, they was like, what do you want to sing? And I was like, Whitney Houston, Run to You. And they was like, I was like, let me sing it first.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that when you look at me, there's so much that you just don't see. But if you would only take the chance, I know in my heart you will. All that good stuff.
Yes.
Keep this
Love it. Such an incredible song. So, what did you enjoy most about your time on the show?
I enjoyed being around other singers, and it not be, how do you, this is a thing that singers go through, and they don't like some singers are not the nicest people.
Yeah,
say that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, and I don't know if it's because they can sing their behind off. And I think, but even the ones who can sing their behind off are kind of insecure. So that's why they walk around angry. You know what I'm saying? And then I meet singers who can sing their behind off and are the sweetest people ever.
Yeah.
Now, that does not mean they're pushovers. You know what I'm saying? That does not mean they're going to let you come up in here and disrespect them.
Yeah.
That's not going to be it. But they are willing to share the stage, willing to give you advice. And that's what I loved about being on the Four. Because I met some singers, some whom I known for a second, and then there was some that I just met. Yep. And we gelled. It was like a family. I still speak to everybody. And I mean everybody from the people who created it, down to the contestants, people who made it and who didn't make the show. It was just that kind of vibe, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I loved about it.
And that's the cool thing about that show, because I've talked to people from other singing shows, and they say that everybody on those shows embrace you, and they're like they become family, and you're all cheering each other on. There's no egos, and I'm like, that's so refreshing to hear, because there are a lot of people in the music biz, but it's so refreshing to not have to deal with that on the show.
I mean, you have to realize, like, we're with each other every day.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell us about this experience but us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I mean, it's almost right that you just embrace each other. You know what I mean?
Totally. Incredible chef, Saeed. So, what's your favorite dishes to cook?
I love cooking everything, to be honest with you. I love soul food. I love Caribbean food. I love Italian food. Those are my favorite. I do little Asian dishes. You know, I do that too. But I mean, I just love cooking.
Yeah.
It's a good thing for me.
Yeah.
It kind of helps.
So how often during the week do you cook?
Probably like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm home or if I'm not too busy, you know, I'll cook, or Uber Eats will be my friend.
What do you think is the most important ingredient in a meal?
Seasoning.
What kind of seasoning?
I mean, Lowry seasoning, garlic powder, fresh garlic, like onions, green peppers, red peppers. All these things give it flavor. I think flavor is important. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to cook from you can tell when somebody cooking for you and don't really, you know, they don't really like you or something.
Yes.
You can tell. Like, either it's real salty or something ain't right. You know what I mean? When people cook with love, you feel the love. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And my grandmother, she would cook with love.
Yeah.
Even if you pissed her off and she just got finished cussing you out, she still will feed you because that's the kind of person she is. So that's who taught me how to cook. You know what I mean? So,
I love it. So what do you think the next entree is that you're going to make? What do you think it is?
Well, one of my friends is coming to town, so he loves when I make like rasta pasta or jerk chicken and macaroni and cheese and stuff like that. So I might do that.
Love it. So July 4th is this weekend. Are you going to be cooking anything specific?
I don't know. I might do a barbecue or something. Usually, I mean, potato salad definitely will be on the list. I know for sure a rib or two might be there somewhere. Of course, hot dogs and hamburgers, stuff like that. But, you know, keep it tradition. I don't do too much.
Yeah. Hey, if you're a chef, I want to know your secrets, because the thing is, I'm like, I kind of know what I'm doing, but if somebody knows how to cook, please share your secrets.
Listen, I mean, if you don't know, I always tell people, go to YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is your friend. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking to cook, a specific dish and you're not really great at it, you know, hit it up. Go to YouTube and another thing, I think people don't do this, but I need to tell y'all, clean your food. Clean your chicken. Yes. Don't just put seasoning on some chicken that you took out the pack. Clean the chicken, people. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Other than that, I'm good.
Please clean the food because you're going to ingest it.
I mean, really, guys. You'd be surprised, though.
So I want to talk to you about your 2019 album, Two Sides, that we touched on earlier. What do you want your fans to know about this project?
That I loved making it. I really enjoyed making it because after the show, I started working on my project before I got on the floor. Okay. And then I got on the floor. Literally, they called me the week of Thanksgiving. That Monday after Thanksgiving, I was on set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it happened quick. So I was like, okay, well, do I put my album on pause or do I finish it? Yeah. When the show was over, I was like, one of the judges was like, put something out now. And I said, okay. I was like, now, even though I'm signing the contracts, because they make you sign a contract, they were very lenient with me. They allowed me to do more than most. You're
very lucky because a lot of those contracts are like ironclad, and they're like, you can't do anything for like 6 months after the day you're off the show, and then they want part of the songwriting. You had nothing to do with it.
Exactly. So I was blessed to not have to deal with too much. I mean, only thing they was like, if you do TV stuff, let us know. But other than that, if you want to put out music, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you.
It's good they were lenient.
Yeah. I don't think they were with everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they allowed me to be good.
I'm glad they were, because they can't be reaping the benefits of your project because you were already working on it before and you're like, okay, you want in the show, let me do the show, but don't.
Exactly.
for money.
I mean, but this is what it is. When you sign up to do shows,
Yeah,
you know what you're getting into. So
yeah,
just take the bitter with the sweet and keep moving.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, they gave me a platform to, share with the audience. You know what I mean? And to gain, fans. So I really appreciated it.
Yeah, I think the platform that these shows give to the musicians is amazing, right? Because you look at some of these YouTube videos that people all around the world watch, and you see the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of streams that that people get. I'm sure you have fans all over the world.
It freaked me out at first because
Yeah.
I would, like, especially after I did the first episode, people would send me videos crying,
Yeah.
or like their children was crying, like, and then when I left the show, it got crazy. People
Yeah.
were sending death threats and all types of stuff. They were very upset. Not
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
To everybody.
They were like, keep him on the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then people were like literally boo-hoo crying.
Yeah.
Now that hurt my heart. I mean, I didn't want to see that. And then my niece, oh Lord,
Yeah.
her and her friends and everybody, they was just crying. So I was like, oh my God, guys, I'm okay. Like, I'm all right. You know what I mean? But to them, it was like, no, it wasn't fair.
Definitely.
What is for me will be for me, and that's how I looked at it. So I went home. I started working on my project.
Yeah.
And then they called me back. And then I came back. I was like, oh, okay. So I did the comeback episode. They didn't really know what they were doing as far as like how they should do it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't good. But the second season, I think they kind of figured it out.
Yeah, I feel like you were the guinea pig on season 1.
We were definitely the guinea pigs.
Yeah. These other shows like American Idol and The Voice, like, oh, I was on season 16. And you're like, okay, after 16 seasons, you kind of know what you're doing.
You figure it out by then. You know what I mean? But the first season, we was just winging it. But it was a great season.
Yeah, it was a really good season.
I have no regrets at all.
Yeah. I think it's crazy that people were like reaching out to you crying because people are so invested in these shows, right? And there's so many incredible singers. Yeah. And we are like, please don't get voted off. Like, there's only one winner, but it's like all of you guys are so awesome. That's why I'm on the show to begin with.
Right. Listen, that's why, like, for me, my episode,
yeah,
I don't think nobody knows, but it was like 3:00 in the morning that I got on stage. What? I was literally knocked out backstage.
Really?
I was asleep. When I say sleep, I had they tried to get me to wear a blazer with my shirt. I used it as a cover. Actually, I took it. I was using it as a cover because it was cold. Then I gave it to my writing partner, and I was like, yeah, he used it as cover. He was like, tell them you ain't wearing it. And I was like, okay. So I didn't wear it because I was like, it was making me look like I was like 60 years old or something. I was like, no. Yeah, like some church, elder or something. I was like, no, I'm just gonna wear the ugly shirt.
Yeah, so there's times and places to wear blazers, but not all the time.
Listen, that was definitely not the time.
So let's talk about your latest single that was released in April, Holy Water.
Holy Water.
What was the inspiration behind this song?
My friend sent me a track. It was bare. He just had an idea. And his name is Bari. I call him Audio, but his name was Bari. And he started working on the track. He sent it to me, and then I was like, and the name of the track was Hallelujah or something like that, like Good God or something like that. Yeah. And I was like, maybe we should use the title of the track. So we started using it, and then I was like, I don't know. Maybe we should change it to like Holy Water or something. And it was just a joke. But then I started coming up with melodies, and then it just worked. Yeah. Then he was like, I got the first line. So he told me the first line, and we just started writing. And it was a rap after that. It was pretty Definitely. Good. Yeah. So it's one of my fave songs. Yes, it's an incredible song. And I love the title because you went from Hallelujah to Holy Water. Exactly.
in the church.
Yeah. See, people, but it's definitely not church oriented. It was definitely more on the sexual side.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, everybody needs a little saving every now and again.
I completely agree with that.
There we go.
So I want to talk to you about the time that you met Whitney Houston in New York City. Can you bring us back to that moment in time?
I brought my CD from FY. What is it? FYE.
FYE.
So,
Yeah.
excuse me. I bought my CD from there, and the album release was at Virgin Mega.
Oh yeah, right in Times Square.
I was young, so I did not know, like, oh, if you don't buy it from there, you can't get it signed there.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God. So I gave the boy, I was like, there was this dude in the front with his mom. And I was like, give her this letter. If you don't give her this letter, I'm beating you up. I was serious. Like, the mother was laughing because the way I did it, it was comical. I wasn't really, like, being aggressive, but I meant it.
Yeah.
So she was like, relax. He's going to give her the letter. And I was like, thank you. So I'm in the place. I don't know how I know all the songs. I just brought it the day before.
Yeah.
But I was singing everything, and Whitney looked up and pointed. And I was like, it's me! So I started losing it. And then the last person went up the escalator, and then they took her off. And then I was like, she's coming out.
Yeah.
On one of these sides. This one is a whole bunch of people. She's not going to do that. So I ran out to the other side, and I was standing out there like, Lord, please let her come out.
Yeah.
So I could tell her to read the letter. I didn't want to sing for her, nothing. I just wanted her to read the letter. So the Range Rovers came out. What's the Range Rovers? Escalades. One of the big black trucks came out. And I started chasing them. Now, y'all know I'm a big guy. But good thing New York traffic is crazy, so the chase wasn't really ridiculous. And the light kept changing, you know, and it stayed red for a good minute. So I could catch my breath. And then I started running again. And then finally she stopped the car. Because it was just me and the guy. It wasn't a whole bunch of people.
Right.
So she stopped the car and the guy started singing as soon as she opened the window. And I was like, she don't hear that. So I just started singing. And I was like, what I sung? Why does it hurt so bad? Why do I feel so sad? I sung that. She said, you better sing, brother, and jumped out the car.
What?
Her and Bobby Brown's sister, I don't remember which name. I don't know if it was, I think it might have been Pat. One of them jumped out the car, and the security jumped out the car too. And they was like, you better sing. And I was like, Whitney said I could sing. That's everybody. Like, that's all I needed. My favorite person in the world told me I could sing. So it was crazy. And then after that, she said, keep singing, love you, and all that good stuff. And I was like, I love you too. And I didn't want to punk up and cry because there was still people like around. It's New York City. It's in Manhattan. You know what I mean? Then I started getting a whole bunch of cards from people as soon as I finished singing. They was like, yeah, my cousin worked at Sony. And for some reason, everybody worked at Sony.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll check everybody's cards. Now, only 2 of them people actually worked at Sony.
Interesting.
Everybody else had a cousin or uncle who knows somebody who worked at Sony. Yeah. And I guess they were trying to ride on the coattail or whatever. I don't know. But that was that. I met Whitney Houston. And then, you know, I went home and I told my mom. And she was like, what? I said, I'm so Whitney Houston. And she was like, oh my God. And ever since then, I just was like, okay, now I'm an artist.
Wow.
I'm an artist now.
I mean,
Whitney told me I can sing.
Yeah. What a story, Saeed. Are you serious?
Listen, I literally have met all the people I've ever wanted to meet, except for Donnie and, you know, and who else? I mean, I met Stevie via FaceTime.
Oh, cool.
So that was fun. I mean, I almost cried off of that. So that was good enough. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But I literally either worked with or met the people who inspired me.
That's so amazing because because you were in New York City. I mean, if you like are in Montana, something like that would not happen to you.
That is true.
Right? I mean, like when you say Virgin Record Megastore, and then you were like, it's so funny because living in New York City and going to those signings, you actually have to buy the book or the CD and show proof of purchase, and then
Exactly.
the line, like a wristband, like it's a whole thing.
It's a process.
It's a process, and you have to wait long periods of time. So for you to just sing in the store and then chase the SUV, that's awesome.
Listen, it taught me though. Ever since then, when there would be an album signing, I would buy the album at the store. Like
Yep.
I went all the way to Fordham Road to meet Brandy at the albums. I had her album signing.
Yep.
I did the same with Faith Evans. I ran and went there, so I got to meet them in person. So that made me happy.
Oh, I love that. You also had the opportunity to open for the late Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. What did it mean to you?
Well, first of all, it meant everything because she chose me.
Yes!
Not the people. She's the one who chose me. So I was like, oh my God, I can't suck. That's all I was thinking. And then the day of the performance, I got sick.
Oh, wow.
I got a horrible cold.
Oh, God.
Well, it wasn't their fault, but I was literally standing outside. The person who entered me into the contest told them something totally different. I guess he was making sure that he was taken care of.
Yeah.
And I wasn't. So they was just like throwing me to the side until it was time for me to perform. Until I spoke to them and they was like, oh, well, we was looking at you like, I know he's not paraplegic. Like he's walking all around the place. Because the guy who entered me in, he was like, he had like a problem with his leg, you know, so he couldn't, you know, he was in the wheelchair and stuff like that. So he was making a whole bunch of demands.
Wow.
And I know, so they would like treat me like trash for a good day. I mean, I did the morning. I was on the news in the morning. I sung a couple of songs, but I literally was outside from 5. Mind you, it was snow outside. I was outside from 5 a.m.
Wow.
all the way to like 1, 2 o'clock. And then finally, I was like, yeah, I have to speak to somebody because this is ridiculous. And then once I spoke to them, they was like, oh, well, we didn't know. We was looking at you like, what's wrong with him? You know, he was making a whole bunch of demands. So we was just like, let's leave you alone. I was like, yeah, can we get inside? I mean, I got my background singers with me. Like, can we get inside? So finally, something wasn't right. They messed up Aretha's thingy, and she shut it down. Like nobody can go in there. She did her own rehearsal. I was like, well, it's Aretha, so I don't care. I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, and then the show happened. I opened up. It was me and Drew. What's her name? Isadora or something like that. She had curly hair. Something Isadora.
Okay.
That's her last name. I remember that. I don't know what her first name was, but it's Isadora. And she sung, and then I sung, and then Aretha came out. So after I finished singing, I ran off the stage, and I went right in the audience. And then some of the people was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "I'll talk to y'all. Give me a second. Let me see her." I stood up the entire concert. Wow. And then I went and took pictures with everybody else. And then I got to meet her after.
Yes.
I mean, she was like, no cameras? I was like, no problem.
Oh, she wanted a photo? She didn't want anyone taking her a photo?
No cameras. Nobody with a camera was allowed even in the room.
Wow.
So I was like, listen, I got a flyer with my name on it. And your name on it. I'm good.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, but she told me she loved my voice. She was like, I picked you because you sung that old school song. And I was like, that's it. He know how to sing. And I was like, oh.
Yes.
That's all it took. And then I went home and told my mama. And she was like, get out of here. I was like, yeah.
Honestly, Saeed, Whitney and Aretha, like, love you? What?
I said, listen, that's all it takes.
That's it.
listen, I mean, Donnie wasn't here, but then I met Lalah.
Yeah.
I actually worked on her live album with her. I did a song with her, me and my writing partner, and a couple of other singers. Songwriters, and that's how we got the Grammy from that album.
Yeah.
And I like to call her my friend, you know,
yeah,
because she definitely would support me when I was on the floor.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna make a song together.
Yes.
And the fact that she loved my voice, that's good enough for me.
Definitely.
That's exactly, you know what I mean?
Definitely. So in January, you launched a show called The Mic Check, where you showcase talented singers. Yeah. What was the inspiration behind that show?
We were in a pandemic, and I was like, I have not done a show in a minute. So I was talking to my friend Ted, from Ted Entertainment. He helps with that show like tremendously.
Yeah.
He helped with the show I just did on Sunday.
Yeah.
With Riley and Kenyon Dixon. That was crazy. But, he had an idea. I had an idea. We put our ideas together, and we just did it. Yeah. It was just going like this. Then I was like, oh. And then I just said, oh, let me see if people would be interested. I said, I need singers for a new show that I'm doing. And I got a whole bunch of singers in my, emails was just coming. So I just sectioned everything off. I was like, okay, here we go. And I picked all the people who I wanted to be on which episode. And we just did it like that. Yeah. And it was really successful. And we're bringing it back. So,
yay! When's it coming back?
It's coming back probably in September, I believe.
Yes. Yeah. That's awesome.
Because I wanted to do it originally, right away in May. Yeah. But then I was like, hold on, let's make sure everything is good. Because, I don't want to talk about it, but we've been pitching it for, Netflix and Amazon, and things are looking good. So I'm
keeping my fingers crossed.
Listen, please do. We're just going to make it do what it do. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, that's
I'm excited about that.
No, that's incredible news. I really hope it goes in a forward direction. So you mentioned earlier your Father's Day brunch event with Amber, Riley, and Kenyon Dixon. Tell us a little bit about that event.
Well, me and Ted been talking about this idea for probably 2 years. Mm-hmm. So he was like, yo, we should do a show called Saeed and Friends. Yeah. That's what we was going to call it. Eventually it changed because we had other people involved. Right. But that's coming still. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a tour. It's going to be kind of crazy. I already have some other cities lined up already, and I'm hitting up some of my friends. Some people will know, and some, people will get to know, Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but we've been talking about it for a good minute, and then he was like, look, let's do it. And I was like, I'll hit up one of my friends to see if they can help. And I hit up one of my friends. He came, he helped, get Riley, and Riley introduced him to Kenyon, and then it just kind of happened. And, there was a lot of singers in the building. Yeah. We did it at a beautiful spot. I don't want to say the name because a lot of people don't know, you're just not supposed to always, let it out because it was a private event. Yeah, no worries. I get it. But it was a beautiful space. Yeah. And we killed it. It was dope. Tamar Braxton was in the building. Freaking love her. JoJo was in the building. Freaking love her. It was just a whole bunch of people. It was a lot of love in the building. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For music, Yeah. So it turned out, at the end of the day, it was stressful leading to it. But at the end of the day, it's done. It was great. We're moving on to do more. Definitely. Was that one of your first big events since the whole COVID restrictions? It actually was my first event since COVID. Oh, wow. I think I did one wedding. Uh-huh. And that was about it. I did a wedding and that was it. So to be on stage again was really dope. Yeah. Then, I had my background singers, and then my little sister, Nell Rose, she opened up and did some songs. It was really dope, So I was happy about it.
Yes.
That was crazy.
Yes. It sounded amazing.
Yeah. It was crazy.
So, Saeed, what's coming up next for you in the next couple months? Do you have any singles, collaborations, tour dates? Talk to us.
New music
Awesome.
definitely coming out. Definitely shows. We're putting together the tour right now.
Awesome.
So it's happening. What else? I got something that was sent to me, some TV stuff, so I might be doing something like, some
Good
TV
stuff.
things. I don't want to talk about it because I don't, you know how that go. If it ain't checked off, I ain't saying nothing yet.
Nope.
But definitely you will see more of that. I'm definitely be on the stream.
Yeah.
Probably in a movie or two.
Cool.
But I'm definitely keeping busy.
Uh-huh.
And I've been in the studio working with other artists and a couple of students. Like one of my students, her name is Karis. She has I do vocal, training too.
Yeah.
So she has her own line, flexing in my complexion. That's her thing. She has some stuff coming that's really fire. And I like to say I'm happy I'm a part of it. You know what I mean? So I've been working.
Definitely. I love that. So for people that are not following you on social media, please tell them where they can find you on all those social media platforms.
You can find me everywhere at S.R.Soul, like S.R.Soul, on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. On Facebook, it's Saeed Renaud, the fan page. Yeah. So you'll find me. Mm-hmm. I'm there.
Awesome. Saeed, for people who are watching, how can they support you in your musical journey?
Listen, just support. Like, if you see me somewhere, just come and see me. You know what I mean? Take some pictures. I'll sing, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Just show love. That's all I need. Go stream the songs, because it's important.
Definitely. Yeah. Stream the songs. Tell people that you know about the song.
Exactly. Share it.
If you
like what you hear. If you don't like it, then don't do it. I ain't gonna force you to do it. But if you like what you hear, go ahead and support. Share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I mean? Because that's how artists get, exposure from the people. We're nothing without you guys.
Yeah. Word of mouth is huge. So if you support your favorite artist, please tell your friends. Go stream the music. Go buy the music. Go support the tour. All that good stuff. Because all of that is huge for musicians. It really is.
That is true.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you this evening, Saeed. But you're going to sing for us.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm a little rusty. I think since we talked about Donnie, I'm going to start with Donnie.
Okay. Do your thing.
For all we know, we may never meet again. Yeah. Before you go, make this moment sweet again. We won't say goodnight until the last minute. I'll hold out my hand, and my heart will be in there. Oh, for all we know, this may only be a dream. love me. Love me tonight. Tomorrow I'll stay for tomorrow may never come. For all we for all we know. That's that.
Yes! Saeed, that was so beautiful. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you give me chills when you sing. Like, your voice is so smooth and beautiful. And I was saying earlier before you popped in the room, I want you to just sing me the phone book, honestly.
Listen, thank you. I really appreciate it. That is definitely a compliment.
Honestly, like, and you could sing anything. It doesn't even matter. You could sing like a commercial for, like a jingle for a commercial.
Thank you. What's somebody said? I would really appreciate it if you DM me some advice. DM me. I'll send you some.
Awesome.
I mean, depending on what it is.
Yeah. What's the next song you're going to sing?
Originally I wasn't going to sing it because I don't think my voice is there. But I'm going to sing it.
Really?
Holy Water. Here we go.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it.
I got vibe on it. Where you can walk around with the collection plate I paid for it. Love is so damn good that I can't avoid it. You got me on my knees and I want it. Your love you got me feeling anointed. I love it, I need it. Spirit, I feel it. Ooh, something so thankful for you. So let it drip down, baby. You, let it drip down and touch my soul. I need it. Like holy water. Need you like holy water. Let it drip down and touch my soul. I need you like holy water. Like holy water. You're right down with it. Where you can always get the congregation to be down with it. And I'm down with you now. Stay with it. Cause in the morning you're begging for mercy, asking for forgiveness. Hail Mary full of grace. Yeah. Something so thankful for you. Oh, Lord. You let it drip down. Yeah. That's my soul, I need you. Let it drip down and touch my soul. I need you like holy water. You like holy water. Need you like holy water. Let it drip down and touch my soul. I need you like holy water.
Yes, the chat is blowing up. Zamir, Monsville, E. Walker, Joey.
What up, E?
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. That was awesome. That was
Thank you.
Holy Water, came out in April.
Yeah.
Distro Kid,
The
Spotify.
video is out on YouTube right now. You can go check that out too.
Definitely, definitely. So you have some time for some questions?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So guys, if you have any questions for Saeed, feel free to put them in the comments.
What's good, E?
Hello. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Don't take nothing personal.
Mm.
It sounds simple, but it's in this industry, you can take a lot of things personal.
Yeah.
So don't take anything personal. Business is business, and do good business. That's all you can do.
I love it. Where do you see your career in 5 years?
Where do I see my career in 5 years?
Yeah.
I definitely see my own Grammy for my album.
Definitely.
I definitely see more artist placements, maybe some TV stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been doing a lot of like vocal stuff for like CW and Fox. So I've been doing stuff like that. But I definitely see it being more, not just me singing, more about me in the front.
Love that.
Yeah.
Because
you know, I'm a clown, so sometimes I be making jokes and stuff. People think I'm funny. I can see me doing like a comedy or something.
Yeah. I definitely see comedy in your future. Like, I just think you have such a good personality that it just will come right out. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
What song do you wish you wrote and why?
A Song for You by Lalah Hathaway.
Yeah.
Either that or Stevie Wonder's These Three Words. That those songs right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple other songs, but if I name all the songs I wish I wrote, then you'd be like, okay, calm down. But those right now, off the top of my brain, would be those songs. Because A Song for You, it sounds like something I would say.
Yeah.
You know, the whole conversation of the song just sounds like something I would say. And then These Three Words, like, when was the last time that they heard you say, daughter, brother, or sister, I love you? Those words, like, when was the last time? Like, seriously. Like, cause you forget, like, because you're family and, you know, you have everybody, like, you think that you have people for a long time.
Yeah.
And you don't. Like, people are passing away. You don't get that time back. So ever since my cousin passed away in April, I've been on my own journey with stuff like death and how to deal with it. And for me, it's like, if you ain't trying to kill me, messing with my money, or like destroying what I built, it's not that deep. Nothing in the world is that deep. Yeah. I don't necessarily have to be friends with you. Yeah. But to hold that anger and stuff, like, it's too much work. Yeah. I got it. So unless it's serious, it ain't happening.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
So how have you been dealing with this grief?
It hit me weirdly. It definitely hit me weirdly. Like, I literally, I was like, yeah, I think I need to go sit down and talk to somebody because I'm ready to fight. Like, I was having panic attacks. It was a lot. Yeah. I wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a kid, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, huh? What happened? Right. So after sitting down with the therapist and talking, it actually helped me reveal a lot of other things. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I was holding people captive for certain things that I don't need to. Yeah. You know what I mean? So ever since then, I've just been living my life, to be honest with you. Like, you only get one. So I'm doing what I want to do, not caring about anybody else's opinion about what I want to do. I'm just moving, you know? So it definitely helped me, you know, expand and not just be so, because usually I'll be guarded, staying in the house.
Right.
Lock myself up and just stay in my room all the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I've been out, forcing myself to go out.
Yeah.
And, you know, spend time with me sometimes with other people, friends, you know, just call and check on me and say, you know, what it is. But it definitely opened my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That song, that's what I've been listening to it for the past 4 months. Before, you know,
right.
my cousin passed. So
it's serious. Thank you for sharing that you went to a therapist. I think mental health is so important, and it's like so important, right?
It is very important. You have to be mentally healthy.
Yeah.
If you're not, you know, you're no good for nobody, especially in this industry.
Right.
This industry alone could drive you crazy.
Really.
You know what I'm saying? So it's important that you speak to somebody, get help.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's my 5 cents on that.
That's so important. And, you know, whether you're going through traumatic things or maybe, you know, you're just like, oh my God, maybe something happened 10 years ago and you're like coming to you and you're like, where do I unload this?
Exactly.
You know, try therapy.
It's important. It's important.
Yeah, because you're right. You want to be mentally healthy so you can be good with other people. Because if you're not okay and you're holding it all,
it can blow up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't deal with it right then and there and just sit there and let it fester,
yep,
it's no good for nobody, especially not you.
I completely agree.
Yeah, so it's important. Very important.
Guys, do you have any last minute questions for Saeed?
What up, Sean? Love you.
Do you have any final words for the room, Saeed?
Let's see. What final words would I leave you guys with? Live your life. Be great. Love is in your face. All that good stuff.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Love it. Says love you.
Love you too, bro. We're gonna get that interview. But yeah, that's all you gotta live your life. Be happy.
Yeah. Okay, Sean says sing. So he has.
Sean, you missed the singing.
He missed the singing.
I mean, I done sung 2 full songs at least 7 times.
Definitely. Sean, this is gonna be up so you can watch the replay and you can watch things. So Saeed, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on my show. I'm so honored to have a vocalist on my show. And if you're honest, I truly appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. That's
of course. And I don't know if you know, but it's a very monumental show for me. This was episode 90.
I heard. Congratulations.
So thank you.
This is big.
Thank you for sharing this milestone with me. Guys, if you don't already, please make sure to follow Saeed on all streaming platforms. Go to DistroKid, get the album, stream the single. Tour dates are coming up. Follow him on Instagram and all these amazing social media platforms. Guys, if you don't already, please make sure to follow me. I'm Ashley Live. This is Vibin with Ashley Live. And I have incredible musicians on just like Saeed all the time.
Me. Now listen. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your honesty, and please keep continuing to share your music with the world. You always need to say every single day.
I'm gonna make sure that happens.
Saeed, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you. We love you, and we can't see what's next.
Definitely.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.